Welcome to another Age of Empires forecasted game. We have in the color red playing as the Delhi Sultanate, it's Beastie. And in the color yellow playing as Jeanne d'Arc, it's loueMT. Welcome everybody to another match. If you like this video, don't forget to give a like and subscribe. Let's get going. I got recommended by one of the comments in my videos about Beastie playing against Louis. I think it's this one. He played Delhi and told me it was a good one. So we will see. If you got any recommendations, like you want to see a specific match or anything, just let me know in the comments. Like, I read all of them. I don't necessarily read them very often because, well, that's another story. Well, I am a independent guy, right? I don't work for a company. I always try to look for things for myself. I have another company to where I make video games, and before I used to work for Ubisoft, but you know, I have plenty of free time, and I really mean it. Like, I don't put the alarm. I wake up at any time I want, and basically I do in the day just whatever I want. That sounds great, but at the same time I also work on the things that are important to me, such as these casted games or some other projects I have going on. And I felt like I wasn't really productive. I'm not really care about being productive because it's like I feel we come to this world just to be happy, not become efficient. I feel efficiency is a quality of machines. But you know, when you're doing things on your own and you don't have a salary, then you need to put some responsibility into yourself, because it's like, hey, nobody's going to help me, and I need to finish stuff, right? And therefore I also need to be efficient. And I realize I followed this podcast about Cal Newport. Was talking about like zero budgeting technology, something like that. And he says that most likely, yes, maybe you're an organized person. There's probably, maybe there are a lot of things. But wow, you have the Dome of Fate here. That's not very common. Usually you see the Tower of Victory here, not the Dome of Fate, so this is gonna be really interesting. So anyway, he told maybe you should use technology for what only it's important to you. And I started writing things that are only important to me, such as studying Chinese, you know, like checking the YouTube analytics and the comments. Like, it is important, but it's not something I can do every day, so I just check it one time a week. And talking with family and friends, that's important, but that's not something I can do the whole day. So basically, I find myself with plenty of even more free time now that I'm not using the phone as much. The phone is really deadly if you think about it. Like, I think there were some statistics that they were like, average is like 8 hours a day with the phone. And the problem with the phone is, like, you're not really conscious about why you're doing it. That's the problem. Because, for example, if you turn on the Xbox or the PlayStation, you know exactly why you're doing it. It's like, of course, I'm going to the Xbox because I'm gonna play. That's fine. You know what you're gonna do. But when you go to the phone, you don't really sure why you did that, and that's really dangerous. So anyway, the point of all this story is because I check the comments, but I don't check them every day. Although I could, but I decide to do other things. So I check them like one time a week or something. So I will try to respond to all of you as soon as I can. Anyway, let's get back to the match. It's already 4 minutes into the game. Beastie opening up with a Dome of Fate. It's very interesting. Usually you will see the Tower of Victory, because Delhi will just go, you know, sacred sites, capturing sacred sites, having military units. It's a very aggressive civilization. And you could argue that it can, even against French, you can do quite good with the spearmen. They also have attack speed. You know, they have a lot of production bonuses. It looks like Beastie is going for a second town center. Dome of Fate, second town center. I haven't seen this in a while. Now I have a theory on why Beast is doing this. The other night, I think it was last night, I was watching his stream. He said that the game has changed so much since the last expansion, and there's so many variables, you know. Or basically sending the scholars to heal. Oh my god, that's a micro intensive work. And the knight cannot really do anything. Like, you don't need spearman. You send the scholars there and heal everyone. Tell them it's gonna be fine. You don't need to worry. Pain, it's something that you have in your head. Perfectly normal. Anyway, he was saying that the game has got so complicated with so many civilizations, so many unique units, and so many approaches. And before you had the Castle Age Rush meta, then you had the 2TC, Feudal Wars, and then it's like go back to Castle Rush, but also 2TC is viable. And you know, now it's like there's not only one play to play the game. And maybe this is just him trying to test. You know what? I'm gonna try how goes Delhi to TC. Because as you may know, Delhi is a very linear civilization, so it's just not common to see Delhi going to TC. That's very uncommon. It looks like Louis will stop producing units, focusing on his economy a little bit, getting wheelbarrow, specialized pick. Gonna get the boar here with John Dark. Unfortunately, we cannot see the experience in the caster mode, but he's not really... Never mind, he's still building knights. He's still building knights. You know, now with 3 knights, I don't think your scholar trick will work. You need spearmen. Beastie just building the barracks. The knights will find the berries. I've got a fast reaction from Beastie. Not gonna lose the villager there. Only lost 1 in this game. That's amazing considering it's only almost 8 minutes into the game and there is no spearman just yet. Let's go back to income per minute. Farm transition. This is crazy. I mean, technically you can, but I mean, you cannot go outside the map because you don't have military, right? That's one thing. And also you're on 2TC, so basically you will gather much faster. Your farm transition will be much faster here. Oh, look at this. Like this in trying new strategies. Louis already with 7 knights, 2 more in queue. It's like a very scary number. And BC only with 1 spearman. A single spearman against 7 knights. 8 knights now in total. And looks like Louis is gonna commit. I already have 3 stables here. So it looks like he's committed to this strategy. He's just, okay, you're gonna have 2 TC. You're gonna boom. Are you gonna do it with my knights in your base? So that's exactly what he's thinking. By the way, the other day I found Louis on Bilibili. Bilibili is a Chinese live stream platform. Not live stream, actually it has a lot. Bilibili has a lot. I feel like it's YouTube with steroids. I'm gonna talk about Bilibili maybe in the next video because otherwise we're talking about so many different topics here. But yeah, Bilibili is definitely interesting. Beast is sending a spearman here. But looks like he don't want to commit. Here only have 3 spearmen. There is no entry points for Louis to harass his enemy's economy. Already having a couple of outposts here. This is a very defensive base. A couple of spearmen already here. So looks like Louis won't be able to do much with those knights. Like BC wants to gather some stone just to get some emplacements. I already have one emplacement in one outpost. You see Louis, even the spearmen are far, goes and it's like goes back just because he feels like he's getting baited, and just in case he goes back. I love watching Louis play. I actually watched his stream the other day and he plays really fast. Really fast. Like, I don't know many of you if you have seen Louis play, because you know he's on Chinese websites, which most people don't have access to. Especially if you're watching this on YouTube, most likely you don't watch Chinese websites. So you don't see Louis playing. You only see him in casted games like this. He's really fast. He's really fast. He has an amazing micro. He's really young too, I think. And also he has a lot of viewers. You know, like 4,000 viewers. I think he had watching live on stream. I mean, those numbers may seem very big if you think about Twitch, but in other platforms, like in China, has a lot of population, and they also use their own websites. They don't use Twitch, so think about it: 1 billion people for one platform. Of course, you can have 4,000 people watching. The game of quantity here. Now more knights are 19 knights. Now, Louis, he needs to cause some damage. The problem is there are 20 spearmen too. And what is this? Is Louis sending the villagers? Everyone fight here. Villagers, knights. Spearmen numbers back to 16. Knight numbers still 20. 4 more in queue. Louis is trying to send all his knights here. The problem is there's too many spearmen, and he knows that he needs to push here, because if he leave Beastie going to castle, then his advantage is gone. Now the knights are not that impressive, and he's also on 2TC, so he's behind on economy. He's all in, sending the knights. Even with the villagers, he's sending all the villagers. Not all the villagers, but I suspect maybe soon we will see more. And now Louis lost 9 knights compared to Beastie's. Spearman, he had 20. It's back to 14. And the problem is the Spearman number is the same as the knights. So technically I feel the knights have a chance here, but you will lose most of your knights. And that's the problem when you don't have like any archers here. And the problem is you need to kill people, because as soon as Jeanne d'Arc goes to level 3 and your opponent is still in feudal age, maybe you have a chance. 10 experience. Come on, Jeanne d'Arc. I know you can level up. Villagers fighting. Everyone fights here. Jeanne d'Arc pushing the spearmans. Needs to do an AoE. Come on. You need to ASAP. The only hope for Louis is to have Jeanne d'Arc at level 3. That's his only hope. And now the knights will fight here. Jeanne d'Arc dies. And if Jeanne d'Arc dies, I don't think Louis is gonna make it. And indeed, he taps out. He knows he cannot get Jeanne d'Arc to level 3. And wow, what a game. I didn't expect to see this game. Thank you for that recommendation.